Hello again guys, it's Carly from the Poetry of Nice and I have my weekly sales update video for you all. So this is where I show you every single week what's sold for me on Etsy, Poshmark and eBay. And what I'll do is I'll show you each and every item just like I usually do. I'll let you know where I picked it up, how long it has been listed for roughly, how much it's sold for, and when I can I'll let you know roughly what I paid for it. But as I have explained in my last few videos, it's all got a little bit jumbled in my head at this point because I've been picking up so much stuff in my hauls and just stocking up my inventory ready for fourth quarter. Although, as I always say as well, my average cost of goods throughout the year, i.e. how many items I buy versus how much I spend on inventory throughout the year, evens out to around about $1 average per piece. So you're welcome to bear that in mind if you're wondering how much I spend on my items. Okay, so starting with Etsy, one sale again this week, which quite frankly I'm happy with right now with Etsy, like anything is good. And it's this Garfield hat. This was listed for just a couple of weeks. It had a lot of interest. It was put into quite a few bundles on Poshmark, but nobody sort of went for it. And it sold for $24.95 plus the shipping on Etsy. Next, onto Poshmark, these Calvin Klein leather wedge, kind of like sandals, like an open-toe shoe, and they sold for a best offer of $20. Now, sometimes people send me offers, sometimes I send out offers, and when I send out offers, unless it's within a bundle, if it's offer to likers, I always give a $1.80 shipping credit, as you basically have to if you're sending out offer to likers. So please bear in mind that sometimes that comes out of that too, out of my pocket. But $20 is how much these shoes sold for, and they were listed for probably 3 to 4 months, I would say. This one was actually quite a fast sale. It's not a brand I was familiar with. I just really like the mixed print, basically. Yak and Yeti was what the label, there we go. Well, I'm just going to show you. Size large. And the brand really wasn't that wonderful when I looked at comps and stuff. But actually sold quite quickly. It sold within about 2 weeks of being listed, and that was for this offer here of $16. A very simple Old Navy skirt. I just like the print and like the burnt orange and white floral, kind of transition into fall. I thought it was pretty. Someone sent me a best offer of $10 for this. And again, this was very low cost of goods for me. This would have been, I think, a filler bag situation. I just kind of would have stuffed it down the side. And so I'm very happy to take $10. I don't mind one bit. And skirts are very easy and quick to list, so not too bad at all. This item was a decent pickup, I thought, when I looked at comps. It's J. Crew, and it was not factory, I believe. Have a little look. No, it wasn't. So there's no little diamond, so it was not factory. It was a size 10, good size, 100% silk. And this was a really nice detail around the neckline. Oh, hello. Around the neckline. Oh, God, it's all going wrong. With all this like floral detail and whatnot. The only problem was there was one little spot down here by the hem, right there, that I could not quite get out. So I just disclosed it, made sure that my buyer knew, and therefore I did take a lower offer, and it was $16 with that shipping discount is what it went for. And actually it sold within about 2 weeks of being listed still, so I was quite happy with that. And this item is Carlisle. That is a good brand. It's pretty expensive to buy. This is the older tag, and this was a linen blend, size 8. Now, this has sat for a long time for me, probably almost a year, I would say, across both Poshmark and eBay. And actually, someone came in and just paid the full price for it, the $40 that I was asking. So I was pretty pleased with that. Happy to see it go off to a new home, but this was not a quick sale, just to let you know. This piece I picked up purely on the style. It was Dana Buchman, if that's how you say it. I'll show you that label as well. It was a vintage piece. There we go, 100% silk, but I picked it up purely because of the print. It had these cherries all over. It did have some padding in the shoulders and things like that, and overall was just a really interesting piece. And this sold for a best offer of $20. Actually, that had a lot of interest on eBay and Etsy. I had it listed, eBay, I don't even know if I listed it on Etsy. eBay and Poshmark for sure. Plenty of watches. I had it for about $35, and then I went back and forth with someone, and we settled on $20 because it had been listed by that point, sort of 2 to 3 months, and I was quite happy to let it go since the brand wasn't phenomenal. All right, this piece was also a quick flip. Again, probably within about 2 weeks of being listed, I would say. 1 to 2 weeks. And again, plenty of interest on both of those platforms, at Poshmark and eBay. It was a 90s Calvin Klein color block bikini, very, very simple, high cut bottoms. I picked this up at a rummage sale. and it did not cost very much, and I just kind of took a chance on it, really. Sort of that 80s, 90s vibe Calvin Klein tends to do quite well with me. And yeah, so I had it listed at 35, plenty of interest. I'm not sure if I'd had any offers, but someone offered me 25 for this, and I went ahead and took it because I felt like that was fair for this used bikini. Yeah, so happy. Free People, just a very simple Free People piece. This was just like a jersey knit skirt with a button down, sort of faux button down, really. They wouldn't unbutton, I have to say. Like a stretch skirt, just a blue and white nautical stripe. Here is the tag. Little metal tag right there, size medium. I know I picked this up at a rummage sale, and 16 is what I accepted for this. That was probably listed for about 2 to 3 months at this point, probably closer to 2. Now this has been listed for a long time. I'm probably coming up on almost 2 years on this thing. And I'm so glad that it finally sold. It was Puma. I did not think that would, that's a fairly good brand. It's not bad at all. And I thought that the style was nice. It was like a very pretty sort of mauve purple color, little embroidered details, very much like a varsity style jacket, almost like a bomber jacket look to it. And anyway, someone offered me $20 and I happily accepted it because, like I said, it's been years. So sometimes you have them, but there you go. It's so nice to sell things that have been listed for such a long time and get them out. It's, I like that a lot. All right, these vintage Cherokee embroidered overalls. I put carpenter overalls because they had like a little carpenter detail on the leg. You can kind of see it right here. So again, not a phenomenal brand, but these had so much interest on both eBay and Poshmark. Again, lots of likes, lots of a couple of offers, a few back and forth, some people adding to bundles, all that good stuff. But again, no one kind of went for it. And I went back and forth with this lady for a while. They were listed at 35 and we finally settled on 20. And again, happy to move them out, happy to have someone who will really enjoy them. It sounded like she really, really liked them. So this is a cachet piece. This was a fairly quick sale as well. Again, probably around that 2 weeks marks. 2 weeks mark. That's what I'm trying to say. And this is the label. It's an extra small. And it was just like a faux wrap. You can see here with like the buckle detail. Really, really pretty, very flattering top. And it did have a faux leather detail, like a faux leather trim, and in the shoulders as well. Cachet is a nice brand. I don't know that it's made anymore necessarily. I think I had it listed at 35. Someone offered 25, and I was happy to accept. Victoria's Secret, just a very nice unlined demi bra. So unlined meaning it has no padding. It's kind of like a sheer lace cup. It was underwire still. It was a size 38 double D. And yeah, it sort of had a lot of likes and things like that. Eventually, I think I offered 20 with a shipping discount and someone accepted. So this was listed for a long time on Etsy. So it's a vintage, like kind of late 90s Mickey Mouse Florida t-shirt. It says, smile if you like Mickey. I actually pulled it and retook the photographs at first. The photographs, like these aren't wonderful, but the first photographs were really bad. Like you could barely even see the graphics because it was like folded over on itself on the mannequin. It was not a good situation. So I sort of rolled the sleeves to give it a little bit more style and tried to arrange it so that you could pretty much see what the graphic was. Anyway, I took it from Etsy. It was still listed there, but I went ahead and cross-posted it to Poshmark, and I was really surprised that it sold within about 2 or 3 weeks of being listed over there. So it just goes to show that Poshmark definitely is viable when it comes to wanting to sell vintage clothing. It's not just Etsy and eBay. All right, on to eBay. So Fossil bag, this was almost all canvas, like all fabric. So it had a couple of little leather details like the zipper pulls. But I do find with Fossil, it does a lot better if it is an all leather bag or it has a lot more leather detail to it. This did have a couple of flaws as well here and there, just very small marks. Anyway, I took the best offer of 15 plus shipping. And I think everything is plus shipping on this particular week. However, if anything crops up that was free shipping, I will let you know. And that last one's from a yard sale. This is from a yard sale as well, Banana Republic. I know I paid $1 for this at the yard sale. I remember it well. And I grabbed it because it was, I think it was 100% linen. No, a linen blend, but it was really, really nice. It was a size 12, so it was a good size. So we've got good fabric content, good size. Banana Republic is a decent brand, and just overall the style was good, being like a long sort of career blazer. It was listed probably for about 2 months, and then someone came in and bought it full price for $29.99. Okay, so I don't think this was a very good buy. So Lauren Ralph Lauren did not do very well for me overall anyway, because that's like their lower end line. And when I first grabbed it, I just really liked the print because it had that like tie-dye ombre look to it. But actually when I got it on the mannequin and things like that, it just, I don't know that it was the most flattering dress. I don't know. Anyway, no matter what, it sat for quite a while. This was way back when I still had the black mannequin. I actually have a white one now. So this was a while ago. I'd probably say about 4 months ago is when I listed this, if not a bit longer. And it sat without any interest. And then someone came and offered me $9.99 plus the shipping. And quite frankly, I was just happy to take it because, like I said, I don't think it even had so much as a like on Poshmark. So $9.99 and it's out the door. Dress Barn is next. These were a really quick sell, which surprised me. Probably about 2 or 3 days these sold. And they were size 16W. They were a plus size. They were cropped like dress pant, kind of a career wear. And someone offered me 13 plus the shipping. I was happy to take that. That was right in line with the comps. I kind of listed them a little bit higher just to give myself some wiggle room. And 13 plus shipping was fine. These obviously Hannah Anderson. They were like a blue patent leather Mary Jane shoe. They did have a little bit of wear here and there, but nothing major. These were from a filler bag, so I just kind of popped these down the side or whatever. They were just about giving stuff away at this point at that particular rummage sale. Had them listed for $15.99 because unfortunately the comps were really not strong. And I was prepared to pull them and take them to the children's consignment store when I go next if they didn't sell. But someone offered me $12 plus shipping, and I thought that was a very reasonable offer considering what I was asking. So I took it. It's definitely more than I would have got at the consignment. So Lauren Ralph Lauren, these did okay. I took a best offer of 14 for these. I actually got these in the big lot of clothes I bought from somebody I know. She sold me several bags, like big bags for $50, and I've been slowly selling them every single week now. So I was asking $19.99, and the reason why I was asking a little bit higher is because they were a size 20W, which plus sizes in Lauren Ralph Lauren, in my experience, do fairly well. They were just a simple navy blue, like Bermuda type short. Anyway, someone offered me $14, and I took it, plus the shipping, of course, and that was all within a week. So again, nice quick sale. Now, this is a new to me brand, and I was surprised. I actually kept the shirt for myself for a while, but it just didn't fit the way that I wanted it to. And I'm going to show you the label. It was this, HIP or HIP. And I'd seen some people list it and say that it was from Urban Outfitters, so I don't know if it was or not. I honestly didn't go that far, but the comps were okay. I decided to list them towards the top end of what I was seeing for the blouses, just because I thought that like crossover and like open detail on the front was kind of cool. Definitely has that like boho kind of festival type vibe. So I listed it for $22.99 plus shipping, and someone came in and bought it at full price within a day of listing. So I guess keep your eyes out for that if you can see find it. I guess maybe in the plus size it was a 1X and definitely cheap enough. I would give it a second look. Okay, next one is J. Crew number 2 pencil skirt. These are great pieces to pick up. Very classic career pieces. I know I got this from a yard sale and I paid $1 at the yard sale. I do remember that. This is what the label looked like. Now it was a 0 petite. So I was kind of holding my breath to see how quickly it would sell. I had listed $29.99. Someone came in, we went back and forth for a while, and we settled on 17 plus shipping. And honestly, I took a little bit less than I normally would, just because it is that slightly smaller size, and so my audience is slightly reduced there potentially. And 17 I felt was a pretty fair price as well. So. New with tags and Taylor cropped leg dress pants in a size 18. Where did I pick these up? Oh, I think I picked these up at a rummage sale, and this was another filler bag situation as well. And they're listed $29.99. Unfortunately, I find with Ann Taylor and Banana Republic and things like that, that the original retail price on the tags and stuff really doesn't hold much bearing. And so I accepted $20 plus shipping, which is pretty standard in my experience for something new with tags from one of those brands. Maybe you have better luck with them. If so, let me know down in the comments, and maybe you have some tips to share. But I was quite happy to take that. And again, these were listed for probably around 2 to 3 weeks tops at this point. So I had 2 pairs of boots that I picked up in one of my last haul videos. I picked them up at rummage sales, and my cost of goods was under $1 for everything I bought in that particular haul. So both pairs of boots I'll show you at one point were under $1. I listed them both for $69.99 only because even though they are work boots, they did have plenty of signs of wear. I can show you like on the toes. You can see they're a worn pair of boots, but they were good boots. So these were Carhartt, and they did have the steel toe. They had the style number inside, so I can find all the information I needed to and look at my comps. Like I said, listed them for $70 plus the shipping, though the shipping with them being steel toe and stuff was pretty darn high. And they did have a little bit of wear as well to the back, as you can see here. Try always make sure you disclose anything like that in footwear or anything really that you're selling. So someone sent me a best offer of $49.99 plus that pretty high shipping, and I went ahead and accepted that. Those sold within about a week and a half of being listed. Peruvian Connection. I picked this up at a rummage sale way back at the beginning of the season. Again, it had plenty of likes and watches and things, but no one really went for it. It was on sale for $22.49. Somebody sent me an offer for $20 and went ahead and took it. Now, this wasn't a Peruvian Connection that had any alpaca in it. If it had alpaca in it, or was like one of the nice Southwest print cardigans with alpaca, that would have gone most likely for a lot more. But this was just a very simple like cotton blend, Pima cotton top. It had a nice print to it, but very, very simple, so that probably affected its resale price as well. This was a fail. So this is Woolrich, and by all accounts, it should have done well, really. 100% lamb's wool, zipper, Nordic sort of feral type print sweater. Really nice piece. It's been listed for almost 2 years. No activity whatsoever, despite redoing photos, relisting, all that good stuff. And so someone eventually offered me $10 plus shipping, and I took it because 2 years, it's time. I don't know why it didn't sell. It's just one of those mysteries, I suppose. Lucky Brand graphic t-shirt. This sold for best offer of $20. I usually sell these between sort of 16 to 20, so I was quite happy with that. I'm not sure why I picked that up, actually. I can't quite remember. And it's LuLaRoe. This was from, I think, a yard sale as well. So, again, around that dollar mark, just like I said. And someone offered me $12 plus shipping, and I took it, which is a very standard price I find for most LuLaRoe, unless it's like a very sought after print or a solid or a bigger size. I find that sort of $12 to $15 is the average range. And this sold within about 4 to 5 weeks of being listed, so not too bad at all. This Talbot's piece, I picked this up at a rummage sale as well, at a filler bag. It was a size 2X, so it had that going for it, and it was a peacock print. So, you know, it definitely was a nice piece. I went back and forth with someone, and we settled on 18, and again, happy to take that. Land's End. So these didn't do as well as I hoped they would. When I got home and took a look at the comps, I wasn't too impressed, really. I think they were in a filler bag as well, so not much loss there. But I listened for $12.99 because of those comps, and again, I had it in the back of my mind that I may pull them and put them in my kids' consignment bag to go take. But someone offered me $8 plus the shipping, and again, that's probably more than I would make, or around the same I would make, whichever, for the kids' consignment. So I went ahead and took the sale. So $8 plus shipping on those. And here is the other pair of boots. So Ariat, or Ariat, however you want to say it. I'm going to go ahead and show you. There we go. Composite toe. And again, they had all their style numbers and stuff like that. But they were a worn pair of boots. You can see on the toes there was plenty of scuffs. You can tell they had plenty of life and whatever. But when they were very good, solid shoe, they're a good work boot, fantastic quality like this, you know, they do resell well. So this was another filler bag. This was less than $1 I paid for these. Listed them at $69.99, and again, within 1 week, I received an offer for $50 plus that heavy shipping, and I went ahead and took it. So between those two pairs of boots, less than $2 in them. I think it was 73 cents per piece, I think it was, on the day that I was sourcing. And between the two, they grossed $100 within a week. So not bad at all. Keep your eyes out for those men's work boots. Cloth and Stone. This piece was listed for quite a while, probably 3.5 months, maybe a little bit longer. But I love selling this brand. It doesn't sell fast for me, I have to be honest, but I just really appreciate it. Like, I just really like the look of it and the feel of it and things like that. It was a very nice, very kind of fresh print. And someone offered me $25, which I felt was reasonable. Went ahead and took it. This was not the best piece ever. Again, it had quite a lot of interest, but nobody really sending offers. I had it for $16.99. It was Michael Kors, so like their lower end. Here is that label. Size medium, and really the only reason I grabbed it, I usually don't pick up that brand very much, was the lace-up neck, because that can be quite a popular style. But, you know, it sat for quite a while. It's been several months at this point. It was just a simple t-shirt, and someone offered me 10 plus shipping, so I took that. Ann Taylor signature dress shorts. That's what they look like. There they were, factory. You can see those two little marks underneath. Size 8, just a very simple pair of like career shorts. They were listed for $16.99, which quite frankly was quite optimistic. Someone offered me $12.31 plus the shipping. I guess that's just how it evened out for them for shipping. And I went ahead and took that because $12 for a pair of Ann Taylor factory shorts is pretty good, to be honest. That's pretty average for me. Cole Haan Nike Air like slip-on mules or athletic slides, I guess it is what I called them, size 8.5 women's. Just a tip, if you find this particular like collaboration, and it does say, if I can find it on the bottom, yeah, you see Cole Haan and then Nike Air there, you actually have a hard time listing it sometimes because it doesn't want you to put two brands into the title. It won't allow it. So you can either hyphenate or you can go ahead and put them together is how I usually do it. And that way people can still find and know what they're looking at. Just a little tip. I got these at a filler bag. They were listed for $24.99. They were listed for quite a while. And I think I still have a pink pair as well. They did not fly off the shelf by any means. And they did have some wear. To be honest, you can see on the toes and stuff, a little bit discoloration and whatnot. But they've sat now for probably 6 to 7 months at least. Someone offered me 22, which again, very reasonable offer, plus the shipping. So I went ahead and took it. And the last item this week was this Victoria's Secret bikini. It had a very like sort of festival, hippie, boho vibe to it. It wasn't my favorite print that I've ever picked up, but actually it sold faster than a lot of other stuff I've had. And it sold for the full asking price of $24.99 plus shipping. So a pretty good sale. All right, I'm going to tell you my numbers for the week right now. So the amount of sales that I had was 36 sales for the week. That's between the 24th of June to the 30th of June. That averages out at about 5 sales a day. And my gross sales for the week was $729.21. My fees, so I always call that 20%. Poshmark is 20%, Etsy is less, eBay is a little bit less, but when you start getting into like adding in the PayPal fees and then the fact that I have a store subscription, I like to keep it very consistent across the board and just say 20% of my gross sales pretty much goes on fees for selling on these platforms. So that would be around about $145.84, just to give you an idea of how much you would pay for that. My cost of goods, like I said, I average $1 per piece when I look at it on a very like broad scale, so I would call that $36 spent on the goods, on everything that I showed you here on these items. And so that would put my net profit for the week at $547.37. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed yet, please do think about hitting that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to say hello in the comments. Let me know how your sales and your sourcing is doing. I hope you're having an amazing summer as well. There will not be a sales video next week. Just to let you know, I'm taking some time off because it's my birthday. But there will be some like scheduled videos going out still. So, you know, still come back and hang out. I would love to chat to you in the comments. All right, guys, I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.